Good evening, GLA friends and family. It's hard for me to believe that my 1-year anniversary as Executive Director at God's Littlest Angels just passed last week. I connected with GLA as a supporter and a volunteer nearly 7 years ago. Moving from my long-tenured position at New Life Church to Executive Director of God's Littlest Angels was a big step in faith for me and my family, and was a move that didn't make sense to a lot of people in our lives. But my wife and I knew as believers we had been called and we needed to step out into that call on faith. On my most recent flight into Haiti, I spoke with a fellow traveler about our respective work. During that conversation, it came up that GLA's work began in Haiti in 1994, 28 years ago. My new friend commended GLA on our longevity and indicated that nearly all organizations in Haiti closed far before that point. I am excited to lead forward, building on this legacy of longevity and excellence. In many ways, 2022 has been much of the same with regard to our accomplishments, but the increasingly turbulent state of Haiti makes these achievements far more remarkable. The team at GLA is nothing short of phenomenal, and every member of the GLA family has helped make that load a bit lighter. GLA began as a fledgling medical ministry to premature infants, but has grown in leaps and bounds across many different facilities. We've adapted to care for toddlers up through preteens, while still focusing on a high standard of care, quality education, and international adoption. The refuge at GLA is expanding as God leads, and we are so excited about the future. As I reflect on 2022, I think I could sum it up in 3 words: turmoil, testing, and triumph. Since I accepted the role of Executive Director on November 1st, 2021, turmoil in Haiti has continued to grow. Gang violence and fighting are at their highest point in decades, and the subsequent shortage of necessities grows worse by the day. Most days are spent surviving, not thriving and growing. This tumultuous backdrop increases the need for our ministry, but it also raises our costs and our risks. We've been creative in response to many issues and worked to become much more self-sufficient. We've grown large quantities of our own food through the Sow a Seed project, a particular favorite for our kids where they get in the garden and work and harvest, and they love it. We've also implemented alternative power sources, and that has proven life-saving, quite literally keeping the lights on in these last few months. And our staff is ever diligent about the use of supplies to minimize our waste. Haiti's future is uncertain. Whether foreign intervention arrives or other options are pursued, rapid relief is not likely. Regardless of our ultimate solution, the impact will be far-reaching and will create new dynamics that each organization in Haiti will be forced to navigate. 2022 also brought many tests for our staff and GLA in addition to the ever-changing state of Haiti. Increased transparency and an elevated level of integrity were target goals over our last year. From the business side of the ministry, this meant overhauling most of our policies and procedures for greater efficiency and effectiveness. We've also navigated some staffing and leadership changes with excellence, while accomplishing a goal to make each staff member and employee feel valued. At our first in-person board meeting since COVID, our board of directors worked diligently to address some challenges and issues while also cast vision and strategy for the next 5 years. All of these tests have also grown me personally. They've pushed me and forced me to develop. And we will continue to navigate each test as it comes. Clearly, 2022 has been a year for the books. It's been challenging, but it also boasts its share of triumphs. GLA completed 3 more international adoptions this year, navigating a process that is candidly, frustratingly slow. It's challenging to see adoptions move so slowly through a process that GLA fully supports and believes in, but also knowing that there are loving parents waiting on the other side. We were able to secure a pacemaker for one of our children with a serious medical condition. That price tag was high, $100,000. However, God came through in a big way, and a few emails and phone calls later, generous organizations donated services and devices and everything required. This angel has been with GLA since she was a baby and will continue to thrive thanks to generous partners and God's provision. My first year as executive director at GLA has been a ride of ups and downs. The high moments helped carry us through seasons of difficulty and frustration. My own faith in God's timing and provision has grown in leaps and bounds this year. And I've been constantly reminded that circumstances do not dictate who God is or what He will do. He will continue to carry the ministry at GLA as He has done so faithfully for so many years in the past. Now, while it hardly feels adequate, I want to express my sincerest thank you to each member of the GLA family for your support over the past year. The resources that you've provided, the prayers that you've prayed, and the encouraging words that you have spoken have helped us shoulder this increasingly heavy burden. I genuinely believe that GLA would be less without each one of you. I value your steadfastness in providing this refuge in Haiti in the coming years as we move this ministry forward together. There will always be a need in Haiti, and there is much change to enact and collateral damage to clean up. There will always be families looking for hope. There will be children looking for love, and sick kids in need of care. GLA intends to be on the front lines, meeting those needs as God calls. It's your partnership that makes that possible. My first year has been a wild ride of turmoil, tests, and triumph. It's easy to lose sight of the good amidst all the bad. But God has been gracious, and our GLA family is faithful to stand united. I've seen God work many times through many people, but this year He's united families and worked in and through our staff and shown love to children who needed it desperately. We are dedicated to providing a refuge and a hope for future decades. And with your partnership, we can get there. I ask you to continue to love and support and pray for GLA as we move forward into 2023 and beyond. Thanks. Have a good evening.